Hi people, and I'm back cooking again, and today I'm going to be doing a spam Wellington. I've never heard of one, but I suppose it's just like a beef Wellington, but without the beef. And they are all the ingredients. The flour is in its thingy-majig. There's a tablespoon of sugar and a teaspoon of salty. They can go in. And I've got some, it's melting, it's hard. Some Kerrygold butter. Now that needs cutting into cubes. Well, that needs cutting into cubes. So I'm going to do that now. Now you can see the butter is cut up, and what I shall do is one at a time, pinch one at a time and put it in the bowl, and then I will give this a good mixer. If you want to know what's in this, which you will do, it's a mixture of mushrooms, garlic and some onions in it. But yeah, that's what's in it. It looks disgusting, doesn't it? Right, that's my spam. I'm going to halve it because I only want to do half of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ring on very low. I'm going to scrape everything out of this and put it in there. There we are, everything out. Right, so it's alright, this wire is strangling me. So what I'm going to do, hold on, let me just get another plate. Right, now I've got one piece left, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it into thickish pieces. So and because it's not a beef Wellington, it said you can put anything with it. Like, you're supposed to have spinach. Well, as you know, me and spinach don't get on very well, so I'm not having spinach in mine. I'm having mushrooms, garlic and onions in them. So I'm going to keep mixing this while they're doing. Keep pinching a piece of butter, which you probably can't see. But yeah, everything is in the fry pan now. Yes, I've got the fry pan out, not the wok today, but leaving it to have a rest. So yes, while I keep mixing that, I'm going to keep checking on them, turning them over, make sure they're not too cooked while this, while I'm making, come here, while I'm making this. So it shouldn't be long, so I'm just going to keep mixing, and I'll show you if there's any developments in anything. Now all the ingredients have been done, and the butter is now being rubbed into the, with my knife, rubbed into the, everything's being rubbed in, put it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it all together with the help of some water to help it come together. I can't even grab hold of that. So yeah, I'm going to show you when it's out. And before I make the pastry, I want to make sure that these are doing, turn over, that these are doing nicely. Now I've turned the heat up a little bit. I think I should turn it up to number 3, so it's like at least halfway. That's number 4, they're already on number 3. And what I'm going to do is, I don't know, can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah, this is my cake tin, but because I'm only making one probably of these, I will be using my cake tin. There's no point in using a big massive baking tray when you're only doing one. I'm going to make sure that all this stuff that's here goes on top of everything, so then it gets the flavour of everything, and what's left will go on top of the spam. So I'm just going to give that a light colouring, and then I know it's like a wedge, but I think that'll be the biggest one I will use, because I'm not going to use the other two, and make a spam Wellington. Like I said, I've never heard of it before, but watched a few videos. That wasn't very helpful. Did a bit of reading up on it and found a few more videos. One or two were very helpful, but some others weren't. Oh, that garlic didn't get cut up properly, Kay. What are you doing, girl? Never mind, it doesn't matter. Fresh garlic. I've decided to stop using that, what do you call it, that lazy garlic in a jar. You know that lazy garlic I used to buy? I've stopped buying that now. I've started buying proper garlic, and well, I mean, it's going to last me for bloody ages, but it doesn't matter, because I mean, I nearly use it in everything anyway. So it says in this one with these spam, you can use mustard if you want to. I'm not really bothered about making it. So I'm just like, well, only thing I can think is let them keep cooking in the pan, keep pulling the ingredients on with them, so they get covered in the nice flavour, and well, that's it. Now I've already made a beef Wellington, and I know a lot of you keep asking. I ain't going to do it again once I've done it. So, well, that's it. I don't like beef as a meat, never have done. It's too dry. But anyway, so they are doing that nicely. So what I'm going to do now is, that spat at me. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll the pastry out, which is, no, that's the rolling pin, Kay. I can hardly move this camera because the wire that's so close to, well, it's so short. So that is all done, and I'm going to put some. Have I put my flour back? How stupid is that? Right, let me just go and get my flour again. Right, I have only took I would say about a quarter of the Monique is rubbing against the oven. So, right, yeah. So that is that. Now it did say to put parchment paper in your tin tray, whatever you're doing it on. I've got some, well, I ain't got parchment paper. They didn't have an eat shop, I only got baking paper, which is more or less the same. Excuse me, Mr. Rolling Pin, you go there. Don't want you too near that frying pan. In fact, let's turn them over a bit more. Oh, they're doing really nicely. That's it, right there. They should be. Put the tray down, Kay, because you cannot roll out while you've got this. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this out. Pinch a bit more flour, that's it. Go through so much flour in my house, I really do. Anyway, so I'm going to roll this out. It still feels a bit damp though. So I'm not going to roll it out while it's damp. I'm just going to keep adding some flour to it until it, well, stops not soft anymore. But because that is very elasticy. Look at that. Oh, you can't see it, but it's very elasticy. Look, it's very elasticy, very wet still. So I think I'll turn them down because they're doing really fast. So yes, let's get this going. Come on, Kay. I know you said don't work your dough too much, but when it's elasticy, you don't want, you don't want wet dough, do you? So anyway, let me just get this right. Right, it's right now. So I'm going to roll it out, but I'm going to roll it out to double the size of the tin. Because I know you're supposed to fold it over, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do mine differently. I was watching a video and it's shown how to do, how he did it. And what he did were, he just put it in a dish, put it in a pan like what I have, or what I'm going to, and what he did was he had overlapping bits, and what he did was he pulled it all at the middle, and I thought, oh, that's a good idea. So yes, I'm going to roll this out, like I said, to twice the size of the tin. I mean, there's only going to be one piece of spam going in it. Well, yeah, one piece of spam going in it. So I think that is the right size. Let's test it. Yes, it's more than double. Well, more than I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plonk a piece of, well, first of all I'm going to drain it because it's going to make the pastry very, very wet and everything's going to fall apart. So let's get some kitchen roll. Right, that's it. It's all been drained. Well, so all the fat has been soaked up. So all that's all the stuff that was in, all the garlic and whatever else they were. And what he did, the man, was he picked everything up. I think there's too much. I think actually there is too much pastry. I think I will have to cut some of that off. Right, after hacking and chopping away. So yeah, what the man did was pick his pastry up like that and made it like that, and then he egg glazed it, and well, then he cooked it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to obviously cut this paper down because there's too much paper. I don't want it catching fire. So yeah, that I'm going to cook it and see how it turns out like. Now I've got a egg. Hold on a minute. Like I said, I've beaten an egg. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glaze this. I don't want to start pulling at it, because I pull at it and it's liable to all fall apart. I can't even tell if I'm glazing it. My eyes are so shit. Even with the new glasses I still can't tell. So I'm going to start pouring bits on it. That can go around that side, right. So what I'm going to do is, anyway, it'll probably be, they'll probably have a little omelette with it, but never mind. So I think that's enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the oven and pray that it turns out right. And there it is, and that looks quite nice. Let's cut some off. That bit's hopefully done still. Hold on, I'm fighting a losing battle here. I've cut it in half to show you. I don't know if you can see the spam there with all the pastry and the whatnots above it, so I'm going to cut a piece and try it. A poor attempt of cutting some off, but well, part of that as well. That is Spam Wellington, and that's your end product. And now this is the taste test. And I know a lot of you will know I do not get on with pastry at all. So we'll try the pastry. Actually not bad. Now the Spam. I haven't got most of the stuff on it. Oh, I've just got a very weak taste of garlic there. Never mind, doesn't matter. But yes, it's lovely. Right, cases, it was nice. There's going to be a link in the description to my merchandise. If you like what you see, keep viewing me. Sorry, I've got a bit of crust, I'm trying to get it down. If you like what you see, please keep viewing me. If you want to give me a thumbs up, please do. If you want to leave a comment, that was a comment. If you want to leave a comment on a recipe, please feel free, the more the merrier. If you haven't subscribed, or you know someone who hasn't subscribed, get them subscribing, get yourself subscribing, get everybody subscribing. Thank you. Bye.